Hello, my name is Julian Rickesby, and for the next couple minutes, I'll be talking about internet addiction. So, what is internet addiction? The Illinois Institute for Addiction Recovery defines internet addiction as an impulse control disorder which does not involve use of an intoxicating drug and is very similar to pathological gambling. The National Center for Biotechnology Information describes internet addiction as being characterized by excessive or poorly controlled preoccupations, urges, or behaviors regarding computer use and internet access that lead to impairment or distress. Those afflicted by internet addiction use the virtual fantasy world to connect with real people through the internet. This is as a substitution for real life human connection, which sometimes they are unable to achieve normally. Like most other addictions, there are definitely warning signs to look out for. These warning signs include, but are not limited to, the following: preoccupation with the internet, the use of the internet in increasing amounts of time in order to achieve satisfaction, repeated unsuccessful efforts to control, cut back, or stop internet use, feelings of restlessness, moodiness, depression, or irritability when attempting to cut down use of the internet, being online longer than originally intended, having jeopardized or risked loss of significant relationships, jobs, and educational or career opportunities, lying to family members, therapists, or others to conceal the extent of involvement with the internet, and the use of the internet as a way to escape from problems or to relieve a dysphoric mood. In many cases, users who are addicted to the internet have also been known to display aggression and agitation when threatened or taunted with the idea of less internet usage. Clinical samples and a majority of relevant surveys report that there is a male preponderance, which I actually found kind of confusing at first, but then I remembered all the time there's statistics that are constantly fed to us about guys being way more inclined to being addicted to things like pornography and video games, which probably contribute the most to those survey studies. Reported to occur between the ages of 5 and 49, with its highest addiction rates being found in teens between the ages of 10 and 19, says the National Information Society Agency. Internet addiction has been associated with dimensionally measured depression and indicators of social isolation. Psychiatric comorbidity, which is basically when two disorders coexist with one another in one human being. In people afflicted by internet addiction, particularly is paired with mood, anxiety, impulse control, and substance abuse disorders. The cause of internet addiction is still unknown, but probably involves psychological, neurobiological, and cultural factors. So some of the effects of the internet addiction. The condition has attracted increasing attention in popular media and among researchers, and this attention has almost totally paralleled the growth in computer and internet access. The disorder occurs worldwide, but mainly in countries where computer access and technology are widespread. So the average American in 2010, almost 10 years ago, spent an average of 35 hours per week online. It's more than I work at my one job. Now in 2019, the average American spends almost 70 to 80 hours per week online. The numbers since 2010 have jumped drastically. So, what do we do about it? Some ways that we can help other people are as follows. Although there are no evidence-based treatments for internet addiction, cognitive behavioral approaches may be helpful. And even though there are no proven roles for psychotropic medication, marital and family therapy may help in selected cases, and online self-help books and tapes are available, which I thought were a little counterintuitive because they are online books and tapes. A self-imposed ban on computer use and internet access may also be necessary in some cases. So, here's my question for you. Where do we go from here? What can we do to ensure that this condition hopefully doesn't continue to affect us or begin to grow amongst the younger future generations? I mean, many preventative practices and measures are already being implemented worldwide. We're all just trying to fight this uphill battle, but with the ever developing and evolving climate of our world's access to never and faster internet and technology, we find ourselves swimming against a seemingly too strong current. We must remain vigilant, focused, and mindful in order to fight back, and it starts with assessing ourselves individually, first and foremost. So, do what you can for yourself, and then see how you can help others. And who knows, maybe we'll even begin to work together to make changes on issues regarding global warming and the plague that is our country's horrible systemic racism. But that's a topic for another day. For now, it's been really great. Thanks for listening. Bye.